Hey all. I'll be drawing on an arsenal and quiver of arrow to bow taut a string of destiny today. So if in what fellows follow applies to you in any adverse way, I suggest you out for yourself with the armors one may have provided you in course and or headwaters of this communication as a set of bullet points I'll be letting go of as I escape the gravity well of this up-and-coming spool of Veritas. That is, if you care to protect yourselves of any plausible scathing. All right. So, now drawing just ad hoc off the bullet points, 6 to 7 years ago, maybe, yours truly had designed a role-playing game called, that I had named Crossroads the Ascension, and then I got kind of some friction from the powers that do like to be triggering us. There's such a challenge sometimes, right? So I changed the name to I tried to change the name to Against All Odds. Didn't go anywhere with that either. Anyway, the premise of this role-playing game, tabletop role-playing game. So the premise was geared around this educationally, emotionally educational role-playing game that it was. It made use of emotions as kind of like a magical interplay between characters and NPCs, non-player characters, and such like that. And, well, it was about, I forget how long the PDF was of the, compact compilation of the game. It made use of dice and skill sets and, not just emotional interplays between characters to alter how the game flowed interactively with the game runner, or whatever you want to call it, dungeon master, and the NPCs, and how the narrative could change and unfold in different ways with the emotional drive or veritas of the characters in the game. And it had like a structure of interplay and effectiveness in that way. And then it has anyway, I'm kind of going off here on what it was, but and then from there I kind of changed the way I influxed that into the system, because that didn't work. So I started these videos on YouTube, and anyway, I just got a lot of contention from rousting zero support from the consensus, which seemed to be falling into narcissistic indifference as May might been lazing about the easier path for their individuated takes. And that's okay. Sometimes people are slow to want to adopt alternative, that they want to promote the games they're interested in and doing things the way they want to do it. I gave ample opportunities for people to come out in support or cooperation, and there are a lot of scenarios like this where I've kind of been aged by the emotional dross of the acceptance of my own artistry in kind of sculpting how the consensus interacts within itself. And honestly, I'm just here today kind of to say that I'm a little bit disappointed. Yeah. And all those that would have liked to have jumped on the bandwagon and cooperated and, you know, created. I mean, there's still time. You know, time kind of can be seen from different perspectives. And you know, transmuting emotions has a long history in psychology. And so I just thought, you know, that, and I even went forth towards the psychological community and tried to get, you know, momentum going for this role-playing game that, you know, had a specific no rules is a rule, with how it could bend around within itself. And you know, people can play around with what rules actually worked in the survival of their characters. So yeah, so I'm just kind of disappointed, you know, because I was pushed into at age 16 because there were things that my school counselor could not tackle. So they threw me into, you know, the local county's mental health stuff. And yeah, just a little bit more about me and business as usual. And you know, I'm not trying to outshine anybody, you know. I just want some cooperation, and it's more of like what my body needs is you know, cooperation. And yeah, sure, some accolades and celebration of the work would be nice, you know. I mean, what gives, right? Anyway, so just a little bit about off subject of our normal spirituality here, because, you know, these things, these are still spiritual things. I mean, emotions are spiritual. They're inspiring, right? Spiritual. And so yeah, that's the premise. I guess I've said enough. I wanted to say something positive, like y'all have something to look forward to, and this can be fun, you know. There are other things that I'd like to see come to fruition amidst the consensus and be a part of in shares and celebration thereof. And that's a nice thing about time. There's always more of it, right? So, au revoir and akashawa.